Part 4, here it is. But before we say anything, kindly consider to follow, like, and even give us a feedback over our previous part 3. The taste of food. It is one of the dangerous things when it comes to prayer, because it begins to give you options. Why don't you do it as Daniel fasting? That means you eat once in a day. Why don't you do it like 6 to 6 fasting? Why don't you do it as you take small portion of food in the morning and also in the evening? Unless you have medical issues, then you can go by those options. But as long as you don't have any medical challenges, the taste of food must knock at your door the moment you begin to pray. But on this particular session, we don't want to talk about the taste of food. But I want to talk about the things that you never thought they might come up in your life, and now they begin to come up. If you're employed, you might be given an overwhelming responsibilities because the spiritual realm have set an alarm that the taste of food now it's behind you. Now you are entering into a reality of Williams, that you're not turning back, and you have given yourself 101 concentration on the second day that you're gonna do this. And remember, most of the time people, they do it dry fasting. The first beginning days, like 7-3, and then after that maybe they take a cup of water or whatever, or glucose or anything else. So the alarm, the signals are sent even to the people around you. You start seeing people, they're talking shit about you so that they can only distract you. They are giving wrong information, even maybe about your faith. Na hata wengine wanaanza kusema huyu alikosa bibi kwa sababu ya hii maombezi yake, huyu alikosa bwana kwa sababu ya hii kanisa anaendanga, because hata mimi sionagi vizuri venye naishi. So unusual things that began to manifest on the second day. Everything is happening so that you can be distracted from the core issue here. Everything that is coming around you, it is not as normal as it used to be. And let me tell you the truth. When the flesh now begins to accommodate the spirit now, there's one thing that happens. It becomes so sensitive that it can know. Because maybe they have been speaking what they are speaking right there for the longest. But because you have been full of yourself, full of your flesh has been alive, now you're killing it, now you're suppressing it so that it can align with the will of God. Now it starts reacting. And let me say this without a benefit of doubt. Day 2, that's when you will know you have no friend. Because even when they talk, it doesn't please you at all. And that's why I said, when you know that God has called you to a position of prayer and He has called you on His mountain, minimize everything earlier before you make a decision to pray. Because let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, apart from the taste of food, another taste which is hurting, it is when everybody criticizes. Of course, he's praying, because if you're living in a single room, of course they will hear you praying. And that's the emphasis of the Holy Spirit. It comes in that you speak not in the language of men, but in the language that only God can understand. Because there are 3 levels of speaking in spirit. 1, tongues of men. Tongues of men, like what happened in the Pentecost. Number 2, tongues of the Liams and tongues of God. Only that tongue that God can understand what you're talking about. But if you're speaking with the language that everybody knows, then they will criticize you. They will say, huyu mtu anaishi kwa maombi na hatuonangi maisha yake imebadilika, hatuonangi kwao kumebadilika, hatuonangi anything in them. In fact, they will ask, what good can come out of this man? What good can come out of this woman? Especially if they knew your past life. Hello? The test of men questioning, like what happened in Nahum, I think Nahum chapter 1, I think it's in verse 4. They were asking, where is your God? So they're challenging your faith. And it is not them, it is the evil whose business is to make sure that you do not get into a certain level of consecration. Because all things are happening because of consecration. That's what I said in introduction. That is part 2. That things are happening. You are being separated out of your comfort zone so that you can align matters of maybe of a family, of marriage, and many things. So the test of people speaking whatever they want to speak comes in. And you know what? Bado ugali haijatoka kwa mwili. You will react according to the flesh if you're not alert in the spirit. And that's where people, they lose the battle. They say, hata hiyo one day imetosha. Seta imeandikwa mtu anaweza funga siku moja. What is it? And in 3 months, not knowing, it was a trap for people to talk about. And when you win that battle, you push it behind you. You move to the next level. Part 5 is coming. Consider to subscribe in YouTube, James Njuguna Official, and follow me across social media platform, James Njuguna Official. Reason, learn, and have an encounter. Listen, learn, and have an encounter. This is your season to break forth in prayer. It is your season to go up on the mountain and have a conversation with your Maker. Shalom.